Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Diaries channel. When a global idol like Jungkook talks about personal feelings, the world seems to pause to listen. Every word is analyzed, every expression is scrutinized, and every small moment can turn into a major discussion among fans. That's what happened recently when a seemingly simple, emotional statement sparked an overwhelming reaction in the fan community. The most talked about line was the phrase that meeting her feels like marriage. To some, it sounded sweet and meaningful, but to many others, it raised a big question. Did Jungkook accidentally reveal something too personal? As a member of BTS, Jungkook has grown up in the public eye since his teens. Fans have witnessed his transformation from a young trainee to a global superstar with millions of fans. Because of that long journey, fans feel a strong emotional connection with him. When someone they admire talks about such a deep emotional connection with someone, it's natural to immediately spark curiosity. After all, the term "like marriage" is not a phrase to be taken lightly. The word carries connotations of commitment, emotional closeness, and a very serious relationship. Many fans began speculating about who the person in question was. Some believed it was simply a metaphor for a very strong friendship. In Korean entertainment, dramatic expressions are sometimes used to express gratitude or emotional comfort without any literal romantic meaning. However, others felt there might be a deeper meaning. Online discussions quickly escalated, with various theories emerging from analysis of interviews, body language, and even past interactions. Jimin's name was also mentioned in many fan conversations due to their long-standing closeness. Their relationship has often been described as supportive, emotional, and very close since their trainee days. Fans who have followed their journey over the years have seen many moments where the two show deep concern for each other, both on stage and behind the scenes. Therefore, some have attributed Jungkook's statement to this friendship dynamic, although there has been no confirmation of its true meaning. What makes the situation even more interesting is how public reaction has been divided. Some fans were moved by Jungkook's honest and open emotional side. They saw the statement as evidence of his deep appreciation for human relationships, something that actually made him more relatable. Others were surprised because the words sounded too personal to express in a public setting, especially considering his status as a global figure with intense media scrutiny. This phenomenon also demonstrates the powerful connection between idols and fans in the digital age. Any piece of information can evolve into a larger narrative in a matter of hours. Social media allows for collective interpretation, where a single sentence can be analyzed from multiple cultural, emotional, and even linguistic perspectives. In this context, it's not just what Jungkook says that matters, but also how people hear it and what meanings they attach to it. Some pop culture observers argue that statements like this actually reflect the emotional stress idols experience. Living under constant public scrutiny can make one value relationships that feel secure and authentic. When Jungkook says that meeting someone feels like marriage, perhaps he's referring to a sense of stability, comfort, and trust that's rarely found in a life filled with busy schedules and the spotlight. In this perspective, the statement isn't a mistake, but rather an honest reflection of human emotional needs. However, the term "big mistake" used by some fans stems from concerns about the publicity implications. Idols are often expected to maintain a certain image, and overly ambiguous comments can spark rumors that are difficult to control. Protective fans worry that overinterpretation could create new pressures for Jungkook, both personally and professionally. They want to protect his privacy, even from speculation originating from their own community. On the other hand, there's also an interesting discussion about how double standards are often applied to public figures. Many ordinary people can express deep feelings without causing controversy, but when a celebrity does so, the meaning is yes, it was immediately magnified. This shows that popularity carries unique consequences. Even sincere emotions can become the subject of global debate. In Jungkook's case, the massive reaction may be more a reflection of his influence than the content of his statement itself.
오, 감사합니다. 지민, 나 정강이 찍었잖아. 지금? 피나는데요? 얼마 안 나, 얼마. 정강이 찍은 거, 그거. 아까? 이 정도는 뭐, 귀엽지 뭐.
What is undeniable is that this moment showcased the humanity of a superstar. Behind the achievements, awards, and global success, Jungkook remains a person experiencing emotional relationships like everyone else. Fans often forget that idols also have complex inner lives, filled with friendships, trust, and personal connections that shape them as individuals. This statement, which sparked a furor, actually reminded many that fame doesn't eliminate the basic human need to feel close to others. Interestingly, the discussion around this statement also opened up a broader conversation about the meaning of relationships in the modern generation. Many young people view very close friendships as something equivalent to romantic commitment in terms of emotional depth. Terms like soulmate friend or chosen family are becoming increasingly common. In this context, Jungkook's statement may reflect a shift in how a new generation views relationships, where the boundaries between traditional categories are becoming more fluid. Is this really a big mistake? The answer likely depends on each individual's perspective. From a public communication perspective, the statement is indeed open to wide interpretation. But from an emotional honesty standpoint, it can be considered a rare moment of authenticity from a superstar. Many fans actually appreciated the courage to express their feelings without filter. Ultimately, what matters most isn't who the words were intended for or the literal meaning of them, but rather the impact they have on the relationship between Jungkook and his fans. The overwhelming reaction shows how much people care about him. Whether they were shocked, moved, or curious, it all stemmed from a strong emotional connection. And perhaps that's the crux of this entire story. An artist capable of making millions feel something with just one simple sentence. This incident will likely soon pass, replaced by new news and new moments. But for many fans, this discussion will remain an example of how small words can have a profound resonance when spoken by someone with global influence. Jungkook may have never intended to create a steering wheel, but it was precisely the spontaneity that made it feel real. In an entertainment world often filled with scripts and curated images, moments of honesty like this hold a special power. And perhaps the real question isn't whether Jungkook made a terrible mistake, but rather why one emotional statement could shake so many people. The answer is simple, because beyond his idol status, he's still human, and when humans talk about connections that feel like marriage, it always touches on something universal within us all. So what do you think? Was this really a big mistake, or just an honest moment that fans interpreted in different ways? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so make sure to share your opinion down in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed the discussion, and subscribe to the channel for more updates, theories, and stories like this. Thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.